Okay, all you dreamers, wannabe dreamers, want your dreams to come true. This podcast is for you. It's titled Dreams Do Come True. I was just at an event last night and I listened to artists accepting awards and they were talking about their dreams coming true. They've been working on this for years 20, 17. One man was 45. He went from coal miner to songwriting, won his first award. It's never too late to get started, and that's what I want this podcast to be about for you. To lift you up, give you encouragement, and know that your dreams are not dead. They're still there. If you have that inside of you, it's meant for you to do it. At whatever level it is, you have just got to take the first step. You can't just keep sitting on it. I know I'm one of those dreamers, and we're going to make our dreams come true. So I'm excited about this podcast. I'm excited to get started, and I'm so excited that you're here.
Junior Turner, the ISSA Best Male Vocalist winner from Saturday night with us today. And I'm so excited that you could join me. I was so moved at the awards and inspired by everyone's story. I really want to promote you guys and share your story out there because dreams do come true. So I appreciate your time. Yeah, I appreciate your time today so much.
No, it's an absolute pleasure. Thanks for having us.
You are so welcome. And I would love for you to just tell us a little bit about yourself and where exactly you are. You're in the UK, right?
Yeah, I'm in the United Kingdom. I'm from a place called Newcastle, but my hometown is a hometown called Wallsend.
Okay.
And we have a great history of shipbuilding, coal mining, and we also, the reason we got the name of Wallsend was because the Romans, when they came over to the UK, were building a wall, and they ended here. So that's how I came from where I am.
Wonderful.
Yeah, so that's kind of my kind of where I reside. In terms of me as a person, it's inspirational that you mentioned about, following dreams and stuff, because the one thing sat in front of me while I actually do this podcast with you, I have a bit of wood in my office, and written on there says "Follow your dreams," and I always have that in eye shot. So it kind of inspires me to keep doing what I'm doing. In terms of life story, I've been always active in school with acting and stuff when I was a child. And I was always putting myself forward to be the one that performed from a very young age. And then through school teachers, in particular music teachers, that kind of seen something in me that I didn't perhaps see, they kind of spent a little bit of time nurturing this thing that they seen, which was a voice to sing with. And lo and behold, from the age of 13, I'm now coming up 36. So nearly 23 years now I've been singing. Wow. Which is a huge story. I then left school around about 15-year-old, and I left with no qualifications. I chose not to sit my qualifications, and because I believe that there is nothing in what we call GCSEs in the UK, there's nothing there that can teach me what I desire. My desire to be on stage in front of an audience, making people laugh, smile, cry, go through every emotion possible, with this gift that I was given. So I left school at 15 and began to sing in what we have as pubs and clubs in the UK. And I lied about my age to get into these places.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, luckily I was quite blessed with having a mature appearance, so it wasn't questioned as such. And until one gig, actually, funny story was one of the gigs I had when I was younger, I then returned to when it was my 18th birthday. and had kind of celebrated my 18th birthday there. And then the guy at the end of the night said, "That's funny because weren't you here 3 years ago?" So it kind of, there's a little antidote for you.
Yeah.
So in terms of what I did then, I began to spread my wings from a young age. I wanted to get out there and find out what there was in the world. And I went to Spain, to a holiday resort there, and I landed a 9-month contract in a cabaret lounge. And just prior to flying, we had in the family on my dad's side, he had a number of health issues with circulation issues, and he was having multiple blood clots.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Deep vein thrombosis, I think the Americans know them as being, and it was found to be hereditary, and it could be passed on. So I was tested for it prior to going away for 9 months, and obviously being on a flight, and I was told that I had the same disorder, but it wouldn't affect me until my body got older and began to slow down. Then I would be a risk. So I went away, all full of hope and spirit that I was young and healthy and could take on life, and the doors were about to open for the next chapter. And some 5 weeks later, having been there and having started this new life of mine in the sun, I was flown home. I was very unwell. Doctors in the UK said that I had picked up an infection, different antibiotics and pills and whatnot, and I then collapsed, and I was in a coma for
Oh my goodness.
a number of weeks. And what the doctors prior to me going there had said that, this thing that I have from my dad's side wouldn't affect me, had affected me. And I was a 1 in a million chance. And unfortunately, I was struck by that 1 in a million chance. I had blood clots or deep vein thrombosis in my legs, my groin, my spine, my lungs, and it nearly killed us. And they had said that was it. I was kind of lucky to pull through. I was then given a matter of weeks to kind of walk again, and if that hadn't happened, then that would be that. Luckily for me, and still to this day, I'm still blessed to be able to get up and be mobile and get around. What happened was, sadly, in the UK at the time, the pubs and clubs that I would have went back to, because that was the only life and any job that I had. That job was unmanageable because people were smoking still in these venues, and because of the damage done to my lungs, it was so hard to breathe in these places and sing, and it was just having an impact on my health. So I gave up singing altogether and went and found a normal 9-to-5 job for a number of years. And then about 2010, 9 years ago, I came back to singing and started just because there was a smoking ban in the UK. They banned smoking in premises and stuff, and it made life easier. So I could get back into these places and start earning a living again and doing what I loved and performing to audiences. And then there was a radio broadcast here in the UK, and they were talking about how the smoking ban had affected the industry of pubs and like places that sold alcohol. And they had a debate on this show, and they had called me in, knowing my history. They called me in to be part of the show and kind of say, from a singer's perspective, it's a much healthier environment when you're not, breathing in everyone's nicotine in the room. So I took part in this debate, and having just finished up, they said to me, here in the UK, we have a big national annual event called Children in Need. I don't know if you're aware of it. And there was a void in this program that they had the annual setup, and no one had recorded a song for it. And they were kind of saying they were about to set up a program called The Voice, global, and they wanted to run like a dry run behind the scenes to see how it would work. So they had like a little kind of competition for the winner to release this record for this Children in Need, and I won it.
Wonderful.
It got a lot of attention, a lot of media attention, and music videos, and this whole new world that I wasn't aware of now opened up to me, and it didn't matter no longer. My health didn't matter. It didn't restrict me being in a recording studio. It didn't restrict me doing music videos, and I loved it. I loved every aspect of it. I loved being out there and my name being out there. I was so proud, and I thought maybe this is something else that I could do. I should be writing my own music. And that was where it all started in 2010 when I got back into singing. I got this opportunity, and then the doors opened for me to start writing, recording, and releasing my own music. And 9 years later, 2 albums in, and picking up an ISSA award for being the best male vocalist.
That is so wonderful. I mean, you have such a heartwarming story. I mean, you were just on the brink of death and you didn't give up, and it's just you're a walking miracle. I mean, to be here today, it's such a blessing. I listened to your Save Me song. That must have been the one you wrote back in 2014. I think you won some awards for that song.
Yeah.
Or that video. Yeah, that was
You've done
nice.
your research. You've done your research, Pamela.
Oh, I tried.
Save Me was a big turning point in my life because I went through a difficult time because of my health issues. Sadly, me and my partner at the time, we've got 2 boys together, 2 sons. And it didn't work out because my health issues and the way things went and my mental health wasn't good, and there was issues on her side too, and we would argue about well, you've done this wrong, well, you've done that wrong, and it wasn't good, and it ended. And because basically the way I looked at life, Pamela, quite selfish really looking back, I had taken it that because my health wasn't so good and I had nearly died, and now I just kind of came out of a relationship with 2 children, and nothing in life that should have been normal, i.e. falling in love with someone, having children, having a job, being healthy. None of the standard life's goals were going my way. So tragically, I tried to end it. I tried to end my life, and that was where the song Save Me came from. And the location in the video is where I tried to actually end my life. So I had to go back there, and that was a turning point for me in my life. Is that song Save Me? It saved my life. It made me realize what I've got in life, who I've got around me in life. I've got a great family. I've got great friends. And I just had to realize how to get my head out my backside and think, there's for all the bad, there's a good, and I've got to embrace that, and I've got to go forward. And so Save Me is probably my, I wouldn't say biggest song, but I would certainly say for me, it's something that, it's not just a song. I think everyone that writes or records songs is attached to them. But for me, that song's just, I can't put into words exactly what it means. It's so special.
Yeah, I've got chills just thinking about it, and now that you say that you recorded it like right where you were thinking or trying to end your life, I mean, that is, there's so many people that are out there on that same brink, that they just can't go on anymore. And it's such refreshing and encouraging to realize, that you got your mind together, you got your head together, and realize that there is more to life, that this is not, and look at a beautiful voice you have, and you're singing and you're really touching people. That is just so amazing.
It's a blessing. It is a real blessing.
Yes. And you have such a beautiful story to share. I really want to share that with people.
I think it's nice because, hope it's not all about the music. It's not all about how good my voice is. It's not all, these are the kind of it comes with the nature of the beast, really, that the job that I'm in. People will say these nice things, which I'm really fortunate that they do, and pick up awards. But it's not just about selling records or winning awards for me. It's actually the reason that I go out there and I tell the story, and the reason that I think then people see the songs differently. They hear them differently once they hear them again after you've told them the story. But I also hope, and my main priority is that I just hope that someone out there that's perhaps in the same place, in the same frame of mind, can take something from what I'm saying or from what I'm singing in a song, and it helps them too.
Yes.
That's my main objective in life, because I was given a second chance in life. So for me, it's not about fame or glory or awards or being number one, or it's nothing to do with that. It's merely that I want to inspire others. I want to help others. I just want to make life a better place to be, and let people know that sometimes when you're down, then the only way is up. You can't go any lower. You just got to get back up. And my way of getting back up is through music.
Yes, music is a good conduit to lift your spirits, to really speak to your soul. A lot of times I've been through struggles my own self, and there have been different songs at different times that, I just played over and over that just were really speaking to me and ministering, to me and my heart where I was at. So I know what you're talking about.
Well, it's true what they say, though, that music lives in the heart, because that's why the heart has a beat.
Yes.
That's an inspiring quote that I often like to look at and read, and just kind of, it's a wonderful position to be in life now. I'm 30, kind of 36-year-old. I've got 2 albums out there. The first album was good, but the second album was better because I learned from the first, and I made improvements to the second. And so I'm still learning. I'm still mastering my craft, and I think that'll be the case until the day that you never stop learning. But the nice thing is, when there's people like you, and there's people like Tammany, and there's an organisation like ISSA that are going that extra mile to recognise these efforts, it's just a wonderful thing to know that that's actually there, and it's coming back at you and saying thank you for the music, thank you for the efforts, and that really matters. So thank you very much, Pamela.
Oh, you are so welcome. Thank you, Junior. I really appreciate your time today. And before we go, this is all about dreams do come true. So what passion project or exciting next thing do you have coming up, or that you're working toward?
This is going to sound a bit odd, but I'm hopefully, I don't know how quick the turnaround time is on this podcast. So it'll either be coming out, or it'll be out by the time whoever listens to this podcast. I took a bit of a risk, Pamela, and the reason I took a risk was because the nominations that I have this year are kind of Georgia, Texas. For some reason, the nominations that I have seem to be kind of where country music is a big kind of player in them areas. So I knew that hopefully, if I was successful, or if I got some kind of acknowledgement back in whatever form, then I would have something to give. And I went and recorded a country and western pop single.
Oh,
yes. So at the moment, I'm about what is it now? Thursday. I'm about 4 days short of shooting the video. The song is. The song will be released. The music video, will come out on the 18th of August on my Facebook page at 6 p.m. UK time. And the song will be available to download from midnight that night. And the song is called All That Matters. And it's a beautiful song. I'm so happy with it. I'm so content. And now that I've won this award, I'm all the more determined to make this next single bigger than the one before.
Yeah.
I'm busy sitting making a battle plan that I need to go to war with the world once again.
Yes.
But I haven't worked out how to do that yet.
For the good, right? To give more
Well,
good out there.
I just want to get the music out there, and
Yeah.
so it's just a wonderful time to be me, and like we're all striving to do the same thing in the independent music world. It's a hard world to get mainstream media, mainstream airplay. So whatever we have got, we've got to embrace. And right now, I've just picked up a massive award for me. I'm very, very lucky to have picked that award up. And I just want to make the most of this time this thing that's happening, I have to embrace. And luckily for me, I had this song lined up, and I took a chance and thought, well, if something does happen, I need to have ammunition to go to war with. And I'm sitting now and just thinking, yeah, you know what it is? I'm ready.
Yes, you are ready. I love the title of that song. I really can't wait to hear it.
It's going to be awesome. And you know what it is? The video will make it all the more special, because the plans that we have for the video, it's probably the smallest scale shoot that we've done in terms of number of people involved and locations and stuff. But the impact of the video and what the actual script and idea is to it will bring the song to life and much more.
I can't wait. I'm so excited. Very excited. Well, congratulations again, Junior, on your award. And I'm just looking forward to hearing more from you. Now, where is the best place for people to contact you or get your information, your music?
You can go on Facebook. There's a page on Facebook. I obviously have a page on there. I'm on Twitter. I'm on Instagram. I'm on YouTube. I'm on Google. If you want to sit and kind of dive in what I've been up to. But mainly, I think people right now, the way this world is heading and technology and all this, Spotify seems to be the big one. A lot of people seem to be doing Spotify now, although it's not financially great to us artists. Unfortunately, that's where the music field is. Then feel free to go on Spotify, type in Junior Turner, and I think every one of my songs is on there.
Okay, great. And then you're just Junior Turner on Facebook and Twitter and Instagram?
Yeah, I think on Facebook and Twitter, I'm Junior Turner 84, which is 84, which is the year of my birth.
Okay.
That's the one. Check
Wonderful. It out. Well, I look forward to hearing more from you and to more of your dreams coming true. This has really been a moving talk, and I've really enjoyed getting to know you better.
Pamela, thank you so much. It's been a wonderful experience. Thanks for getting me on your podcast, and I hope anyone that tunes in gets in touch and lets me know that in some way they've been inspired or like what they've heard.
Definitely. I'll include your information so that can happen.
Awesome.
Well, you have a great release on your new video and single, and I can't wait to hear it.
Thanks, Pamela.
Thank you.
Take care.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
This was a life-changing interview with Junior Turner. From the brinks of death with physical and mental health challenges to winning the Best Male Vocalist of the Year for the ISA Award. He found the path to songwriting, recording, making videos, and producing. And his song Save Me actually saved him. And you can find that on YouTube. We all have second chances. Music lives in the heart. And because the heart has a beat. The new single, All That Matters, is coming out on August the 18th. You can look for the video on his Facebook page, Junior Turner 84. And he's on all the digital media. He's on Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, Spotify. I look forward to hearing so much more from Junior, and thank you once again. Here's to making your dreams come true.